Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Youth on the Wheels. We are Noah and Hawa, your hosts, and we appreciate you joining the conversation. Welcome to Youth on the Wheels podcast. This is our 7th episode, and we are happy to have you back. Thank you for always joining us, listening in, tuning in, commenting, liking, sharing, and all the support that you give us. We really, really, really appreciate it. We are back, Noah and Hawa. I'm happy that my co-host is back in the building.
I'm back in the country.
He's back in the country.
Don't downplay me, my co-hosts.
So today our topic is going to be the ripple effect. The genesis of this topic is August is National Wellness Month or Global Wellness Month. So we are basically going to be discussing the ripple effect of our wellness choices as individuals and how they affect the people that surround us in proximity and also at an arm's length and beyond that. In the house, we are hoping to be joined by other guests, but so far we have 2 awesome gentlemen, and this is their second time on our podcast. So we are happy to have you back, Tusa and Emanzi. And I exhausted their CV last time, so I'm just going to say basics, and they will say a little more. We have Tusa Andrew Mubezi. He is a business development enthusiast, and he will say a little more about himself. Tusa, take the floor.
Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to be invited for the second time. I remain Andrew Tusa Mubez, a business development enthusiast, as you mentioned, a lover of God and art, and a human being who is glad to be living at this moment, briefly.
Thank you very much. Are you saying him being modest? He's being modest, guys, but it's okay. So we also have Emanzi, Joseph Arins Emanzi. And he is a musician. He is also the production manager at Mulika Studios. He is the guy behind the production, like everything production that happens on this podcast. Emanzi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like how I said, my name is Joseph Arins Emanzi. I am a sound engineer. I am a musician, an artist. Needless to say, I'm actually the founder of Mulika Studios. So I'm also a composer. I compose for film. I compose for TV. I compose music that makes people happy. I compose music for well-being and mental wellness, meditation music, mindful music. So I am very happy to be here. I feel like this is my space.
To be continued. CVI Manzi is to be continued. Yes. But I'm very happy to have you.
We're glad to have
Emanzi.
you, Sir Emanzi.
Yes.
Madam.
Yeah.
So Noah and I are going to be taking you on a journey with Tusa and Emanzi. And I'm going to ask an open question, and Emanzi and Tusa will take the floor on this one. I'm not going to choose who goes first or last. But when we talk of wellness, beyond the textbooks, beyond Google, Wikipedia, and all those things, what image comes to you? What do you, when you say wellness, when you hear the word, what comes to you?
Aside
Beyond
the dictionary
everything,
meaning.
abstract that we read.
Should I go first? Okay. I want to believe that in a nutshell, wellness to me means basically the wholeness of my being well. That my individual wellness or my individuality being at the most or the best of its capability, and how that affects whoever is connected to me. That if Andrew Tusam Bez is well to the core, that means both my spirituality, my physicality, my mental, and everything that pertains to me being at the best of its design and production and productivity. That for me would mean wellness. And and how that affects every other thing that is connected to me. Because again, the wellness does not only end or begin with you. That if you prioritize self, or if you are good enough, or if you've prioritized your wellness or your well-being to the core, then that means that other people are going to benefit. But also, if you disregard your wellness, it might not only affect you, again, it might affect the people closest to you, but it might also affect them more than it actually affects you. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Emanzi.
Yeah, for me, I agree with what you said. Basically, it's your well-being, state of being in a positive way. So if I have a scale, let's say from negative to positive, and I have percentages in there, it could easily...
No, are you?
So you can easily...
Engineer, clearly, sound engineer. The number line, yes.
Yeah, so you can easily grade yourself on that number and maybe know I'm on close to 0 or I'm close to 100% or I'm average, depending on how you feel your state of being. And 360, like Tusa has said, it could be spiritual, it could be physical, it could be in all financial, it could be...
Why did you look at me on financial? I feel targeted.
No. Guys, for the listeners, Hawa is okay. let's not even joke about that. Hawa is fine. Yeah, please go on, Emanzi.
Yeah, I think that's what comes to my mind. I think that's the question.
Yeah. So, as Michael comes in, what wellness choices have you made in your individual life, like as self, that I, as Tusa, I have chosen to pick this habit or drop these habits or live such a life, and this is how how are they contributing to your wellness? Those particular ones. Yeah, it could be physical, it could be economical, it could be intellectual, mental.
Do they even have those habits?
Do you even have those habits? Or you just live by the day, I guess, leave us. Like when we die, vibes and inshallah, you know, right?
By the grace of God.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
I think with age, I recently became of age. I'm 3 decades and counting. And I think both the privilege of living for quite some time offers you the opportunity to pick a few things. And one of the things that I've learned along the way is being intentional. That I cannot afford the luxury of leaving everything to chance and will and win.
And luck.
Because again, as a human being, I know that there is accountability, there is a contribution, there is what I'm supposed to contribute as a person living. And for me, it's been basically about lifestyle. Because I think as a person that is in active career, that's employment and all those things, it's very easy to disregard your mental wellness, your mental well-being. But it's also easy to prioritize earning at whatever cost that would be. Meaning you're willing to sacrifice family time, you're willing to sacrifice even friends time,
rest.
You're willing to sacrifice your own rest and peace. Because at the end of the day, you are a younger man trying to make ends meet, and you believe that, we shall treat the body when the money is there, other than being alive and healthy and there is no money.
I wanted to ask you, I feel like being intentional is quite big, and also personally, I know that you can be intentional as you too, sir. But you start failing on small parts, even when you want to be intentional there.
True.
Has that happened to you, where you've decided to be intentional across the board, but then you start to realize that I'm slacking in some areas, and other areas I'm being really intentional.
So there are things that I've made non-negotiable, and one of them is spirituality. I think again at some point in life I realize what brings me more peace, what gives me the energy, what gives me the fuel to actually achieve all the other things I'm chasing, and spirituality is one of those those parameters for me. So I prioritize. I had to set aside time for God, be in church, be involved, seek, read your Bible, involve. That even if you got a break, you actually tune your mind to consume particular media. For example, that it's not entirely, I'm resting, or I'm just viewing whatever video. That even if it's basically TikTok, my FYP is actually what I'm consuming, and I've been intentional to that bit that even if I'm going to rest, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be online for 2 hours, but at least let 1 hour be productive. That's one. Then the other part has been, I think as life has evolved, I've gotten to be more particular on who I spend time with, because also I've also realized I don't have so much time. That since 3/4 of the time I have, especially the active time I have, I'm basically doing the 8 to 5. That now every other spare time I get to have beyond the 8 to 5 is like a treasure that I can't share with everyone around, because again, it's a treasure to me, because I don't have a lot of it. And what that has meant is, of course, the people that are happy, the people that are sad, but at the end of the day, I've also come to realize that as long as I'm good, every other thing that is connected to me will be good. And I can't prioritize every other thing connected to me at the cost of me. Because again, it's not sustainable.
So that means you have like specific areas that you've decided, because you want to be intentional across the board, but you have to prioritize.
Yeah, there is prioritizing, there is scheduling, there's been, I think there's also learning self. For example, I actually know my most productive times. That's if for assignments, for report, I actually know the time that I will do this between this time. And then I know what I can do in the other time. And then I also know just who to hang out with.
Why are you have mentioned who you spend time with? Why is that important? Like, why is that a choice you've made and you've been intentional about it?
Through, I think I want to believe that through human interaction, we both consume and carry whatever we consume. That if you're going to have a conversation with someone, it's very possible to leave that conversation feeling heavier than you actually felt before you got into that conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
Then there are also conversations you're going to have with people and you feel lighter than you felt before you had that conversation. That adulthood is going to offer you obligations, responsibilities, and you're going to have to be intentional about engaging with people that make you feel lighter than the other, because your responsibilities, your work assignments, if it's clients and customers, if it's a business you're running, it's not going to accord you time to feel lighter, because it's actually a demand on your mental sanity, a demand on your mental abilities to actually make a decision, a demand. So the social spaces we get to be in, that is for our family, our partners, our friends, are supposed to create room, are supposed to lighten the burden, are supposed to lighten the load that you're carrying. So I'm intentional about that, because again, I know the people that make me feel lighter when I actually talk to them. And those are people that still I try to create time to actually engage them, because I know I'll feel lighter. Then the other category becomes to be the less taken care of, because again, I know I'm going to have to be the one to pour into their cups. And that means I have to be to a certain field
Your cup should have,
for me to be able to offer.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I'm running empty, the people I know that can actually help me fill. So that for me, that has been the balance.
Wow.
Emanzi.
Thank you. Producer.
You.
Yeah.
What are those, like,
Engineer.
do you have even those habits?
Oh, you're in the number line.
Yeah, I'm on the number line, obviously, but I want to say every year it gets better for me.
Yeah.
And every day, this is how I think, this is my worldview, that every day influences tomorrow based on the decisions I make.
Yeah.
So every decision that I take, every the people that I surround myself with, how I spend my time, and like I talked about that line, I also look at everything as energy. And energy is, I'm talking as an engineer, is basically positive
and negative.
and negative.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I understand sometimes when I feel like I am on the low side of the curve, I know I could actually use that to my advantage to get back to the positive side, because energy flows. And I know I'll have already, like, I know there's going to be bad days, there's going to be good days, there's all that. So I know, I'm like, I prepare my mind that anytime it's challenging, I always know it's temporary. It's going to pass. So that's how I've at least built my perception. Then the second thing is my
Hold that thought.
what?
I
can see.
I've held it. No, something emerged for me, but I'll ask after.
Okay, make sure I don't forget.
I won't. I pray I don't.
Yeah. The next thing is knowing myself. I mean, like there's an environment I grew up in that I felt like at a certain point I didn't belong there. And I felt like the best thing I could do was maybe to get myself out and get to know myself much more, rather than the people who have been influencing me. I feel like nature, that's how nature flows, basically. Like Tusa recently became of age and he started making certain decisions, right? Same, like I
also became of age at a certain point.
I also became of age at a certain point. And I started like questioning so many things, and the environment I was in was not welcoming. Questions?
Is this like a man thing, becoming of age?
I guess.
I don't know.
Because
girls become of age at 18.
Like you just reach a certain point of your life and you're like, okay, I need to be more intentional. I need to like do more for myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like since we are three men agreeing that we become of age, I just wanted you to tell us shortly.
Honestly, I feel like it's a man. I can't talk for all women. I mean, because different contexts, different socioeconomic statuses and all those things. I just feel like women become of age much earlier. Like at 15 or 18, you're already of age. Somehow, you're born when you're of age. Like things have to, like your life is a bit intentional from an early age.
In terms of wellness, do you think it is?
Now, wellness for girls does not come as an age thing. It comes as you go through these experiences and you're like, but wait, I've been running empty for like 50 years. So you're like, I need to now focus on wellness. It comes from like basically what you're going through, and it's not a number of age. So if, for example, a girl gives birth at 16 years old, her coming of age could be like at 18, she'll be like, oh my God, I made this mistake. I now need to change these things. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, back to you, sir.
But
yeah, so for me, I becoming of age meant that I wanted to be in an environment where I can freely express myself and understand myself. And by doing that, it enabled me to actually know myself. And it's a build-up of my background, how I was raised, all these things that have made me who I am today. That talking about habits, there are things that I just can't do because I don't even relate to them. Like, like alcohol has never been my thing. I just don't like it. Smoking or like being out of my mental state, it's just not.
you like yourself sober.
Very sober.
You want to be stubborn soberly so that you know this choice. Now these are the consequences of my choices.
It doesn't have to be like, by the way, I posted that video when I was
sober.
Yeah,
You can't
always
say I
sober.
posted it when I was sober. I mean,
Yeah. So it helps me that everything that I do is intentional. I know why I'm doing it. And sometimes I've gotten a message from my mom saying, but you are too crazy now.
And you're like, that's about me.
It's like, no, you need to like be like smooth, or sometimes you need to actually she always tells me I need to write more gospel songs and be a calm, gentle spirit. I'm like, yeah, I totally like the idea. But this is also the part of me. Yeah,
but you have to believe that I'm also.
Yeah, and honestly,
crazy.
She says that. Yeah, everyone knows I'm a bit hyper to some extent.
Naturally.
Yeah.
As in natural weed.
You got the natural high.
Yes, that one is there. It's natural. I don't need to induce it, and it works for me because I'm an artist. I have to express myself, and for me, like I've said, by understanding myself, it's my creative part is the child in me. And to nurture it, then I have to be in that state. You know, I have to be a child. I have to remove overly judging myself. I've been in spaces at a phase in my life where I was so self-critical. I never liked it. I felt like my freedom started when I was like, let me just be me. Let me just do this. Let me just do it. And I'm doing it. Of course, I think of my background. I think of my parents. I think, and I don't want to like...
The consequences.
Yes, the consequences. I don't want to cross the line that they feel like they can't identify with it. But as long as I know it's right, I might be seeing something they're not seeing. I will do it. I have that. You guys said stubborn, but I don't know. Yeah, but something like that. If I see,
admit, my guy.
It's okay.
If I see where I'm going, and I know it's out of pure intentions, everything is really based on my heart as well. Like like I say, decisions.
So let me ask.
If I feel like it's out of a good conscience, I will do it regardless.
I want to ask you, Antusa, is there a habit? Like, could you point to one wellness habit like something you picked or something you dropped and said, I've been doing this, like this thing you've said of coming of age and say, you know what, I'm going to be intentional about this. Yeah. So you structure your life and you're like, I'm going to be intentional about A, B, C, D. Here to increase my income streams, here to be better spiritually, maybe, and evolve in that, here to be more intentional with my family, the one I'm coming from, like for now. Yeah. Then here maybe for my friends, social. So this is probably social, physical, economical, intellectual, or psychological, or even academical, or like work, career, like the career path. Is there a particular habit that you dropped? Or picked? Like chose to do it and be intentionally, and it has literally like for you in your I don't know experience poured into each one of these. Like I decided maybe to wake up early in the morning, and this has helped me this way. Like could you help give it to us like narratively, but how it translated into all this and how it helped you as an individual in like your different spheres of influence.
Okay, so one of as I was starting out my career, it was an exciting journey because again I had the independence, I had the access to resources. I was now responsible for self at whatever I was earning at the time, and the first temptation I got was the nightlife, because then that became it was the fuel that kept me working, but along the way, it created a burnout because, again, I was very productive that I would spend so much time in the bar, leave at 3, 4, go shower and be the first in office at 7. So it was very hard for anyone to actually realize that I'm falling behind my KPIs or anything. But what it meant was I was running, like I was overworking. I wasn't having enough rest. Like the finances were going down the drain, and then there came an emptiness. There came an emptiness that as you're exposing yourself to this consumption, the alcohol and everything, it leaves you more hungry than you actually were. It's an appetite you can never. It's like a void you can never fill. that you go out today and you leave more empty than you actually went there. So tomorrow it's a cycle.
You deplete, you keep
depleting. And until I realized it wasn't working for me. It wasn't working because, again, the consumption that I was taking was basically increasing. I was you get to a point where it just doesn't make sense for you. That you go out, everyone is happy, and you're not happy. But you actually can't tell what is. And then till that one night, you actually, you know what? I don't think this is it for me. I still have friends that I've still made that choice and are still having fun. And I do not necessarily attack whatever choice that is. But I think for me, it was personal that wasn't fueling wherever I was going for me at that time. And I had to go and seek what would fill this void for me as a person. And I think I talked about the spirituality because, again, that's what filled the void for me as a person. And it filled the void so much that I lost appetites miraculously. That no one had to tell me, this is bad, this is good. And it's still a privilege because, again, I still have those people and I'm not against them. I don't look at them in a different way. I do not judge them. And I just know I can't relate anymore for me. Because, again, I think I can show up and I can show up at 8. I'm like, boys, by 10 I'm leaving. Because, again, I don't know what I'm doing outside at that time. But then to them, it's fine. The night has just started and they have the energy till morning. On the other hand, I think that's the habit I had to drop. Then I had to pick a habit. One of the things I picked on was reading for me. As a writer, a poet, it's something that I felt like the career was taking away, that there was a passion within me that I wasn't feeling. And because I wasn't feeding that passion, again, somehow I lost, you lose the enthusiasm with what you're doing, the regular, you're doing like repeated tasks over and over again. You're talking to clients, you're seeking this, you're aligning this, but again, you're like, okay, where's the fun in this? So for me, reading bridged the gap. So I read more than then. And I think I've also had to manage my time. Earlier on, I was telling you that the movies I failed to complete. Because again, I would rather rest, read a book.
Complete the movie?
Than complete the movie.
Or than wake up when the movie is watching you.
Because 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, 20 minutes, I'm like, you know what, this is a good nap time. I think those are the subtle choices. Yeah, that we make.
How have they helped you?
I actually wanted to ask you, how do you, because so many people who are doing what you used to do. Yeah. Some of them may not even realize how this is maybe affecting their
see
lives.
the correlation.
Yeah.
And that's where I wanted
they
him
look
to
like
go.
These are two different worlds.
Yeah.
I have my way of dealing with my work. I have my way of dealing with my nightlife if I want to go out. So for you, what made you realize that there's a relationship between the two and it is affecting me?
So there was a fear for me because I failed to observe how the nightlife was affecting directly my work, because again, I was still productive. So what I identified, it became a bubble that could easily ride me for so many years. And I lose accountability of actually the years or the active time I've actually been working. It's very possible to be caught up in that cycle of you partying at night, working day, partying at night, working day, and it's 8 years down the road. You're an adult, no savings, no plan, no backup, no level of responsibility, because again, you're living as a fisherman, that what you earn today, you drink tonight, you earn more tomorrow. So for me, it wasn't that responsible. But there was, I think, there's someone I really cared so much about and still care so much about, and they weren't able to access me at the time they should have been able to access me. And when I actually woke up and there were messages, there were missed calls, and they couldn't weigh the same. I'm like, okay, you've been partying Monday to Monday. this person is not going to reach out every other day of your life. Of course, it's a reference to one of my parents whom I care so much about. And it meant that they're not going to call me all the time, but I also don't know how long they have left to live. And I didn't want to be a moment I felt like I was just wasting away time, yet I could actually be talking to them. Because I think they were going through something and I could have offered, or they just needed someone to talk to, and I was one of those people they really needed to talk to, and I wasn't available. So when I woke up in the morning, I was like, no, this can't be who it is all about at this moment. Secondly, of course, there was an expenditure that I couldn't take account of. Again, you make a budget, I'm going to spend this minimum today. I will not even transfer, I will not withdraw. You get there, the vibes, the people show up, you're like,
the vibes in the bar.
let's shift from this bar to let's leave this road to the other better road.
Just go on an Isha.
Yeah, so at the end of the month, of course, your expenses are above the roof. But still, as an adult, you're not saving any money. You have no backup plan. And for me, it just felt like it's a pointless way of living. Because again, I knew better.
Yeah.
I just knew better. I just decided not to, but I knew better. And at that time, I was like, you know what? Even if I have nothing to use this money, I'd rather save it. Like, even if I haven't figured out what to invest in it, let the money be available. Because again, the alternative is not good to the ears. And what the translation has been, one, I lost the appetite, like I said, miraculously, because again, I didn't intentionally push. That's something that I'm so grateful to God, that I woke up one day and alcohol is not one of the things that I crave to taste at a point.
There were no baby steps. Start small.
There were no systems put in place.
No. But it's something that even when I started drinking, it's something that I always knew at the top. I was like, this is going to be temporal.
Yeah.
That when actually life gets serious, when things are serious, I actually don't want to be. There is a particular template of, I never want to be a drinking husband. I never want to be a drinking father. That was at the back of my mind. I like, this is okay for now, but it should never be my identity. And somehow God answered at that point. That I woke up one day and I would still hang out with the same people and felt different this time. I'm like, you know what? I'm pushing you, but I'm not drinking. I'm leaving early. And then I'm like, I'm not interested in going to the same places that I would. By 2 p.m. in the day, I'm already planning. I'm like, today, where are we going? We pass by there, then there by 8, we can go to Kololo, then from there, we go back to Bandali. That things changed in a way that I hadn't really planned or be intentional. But what that has done is I've been able to, like I said, there is a beauty of living soberly. That you're more in charge. That now you can't count your losses of being unsober. You can't count your losses on peer influence. You can't count your losses on other factors. Because now it requires so much of you. And I think the people that hide behind, I don't want to attack anyone, but the people that hide behind the intoxicants is you never want to face the harsh reality. Like you never want to face
avoidance.
Yeah, like you just never want to face the harsh reality. Because again, the harsh reality never shifts. Simply you get, because there's an old man I met and he was telling me, how'd you be there and you leave? Year in, year out.
So
2
badly.
years,
So badly.
10 years. And his argument was that it gives you a break from whatever that is happening in your life. And that's his approach. And there's so many people who think that is the approach. And I have no problem with it.
Because it's working for them.
It works. For me, I think you should be able to to put both feet in and feel it to the core. Whether it's working, it's not working. Like you feel it to the core. Whether it's a situation you're not happy about, you're not proud.
Sit with the discomfort.
Like feel it.
Get out of it.
Like feel it to the core. Because again, then you're like, no. Because there's situations you get and you're like, I'm tired of this situation. Like this can't be it. this can't be it concerning me. This can't be it concerning.
So as long as the discomfort is lingering behind there,
life is
enjoy.
Okay.
Like you sit in that discomfort so that you do better.
It forces you.
It forces you. You sit in it.
Because it's not comfortable. It forces you, but also it puts you in a place where you have to find solutions. Not necessarily there and then. You. And I think it's the people
in terms of time.
Yeah.
Like, how long did you sit with it for you? For it, of course, I know that for you it was not a big issue because when you started, for example, going to the nightlife, you already knew that this is not who I want to be identified as.
Yeah.
But for you, how long did you take to get out of that discomfort and know that I don't belong here?
I think they were close to 3 to 4 years. I want to believe they were actually more than 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
Of my life, where everything,
autopilot.
Whoever I met at that time knew that Andrew is the happiest person. Andrew has programs.
Life of the party.
Andrew had programs. I would give you a program, whether it was a Thursday evening, whether it was a Tuesday. I'll tell you, no. We can still go. Tuesday. I know a place we shall have quiz. From there across. The other bar will be.
Those quiz nights.
You remember that you are guilty.
And that was the arrangement. And what that meant is, it's still I don't want to attack entertainment, but I think it's like a curtain. Like you're just being entertained the whole week. And what you never get to ask is, what are you actually doing with your life at that time? Like you're being entertained. And the cost you're paying is time.
Yeah.
That actually years are passing by. Time is not stopping for you. But you're entertained. You're happy. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And before you know it, it's 6 years. Yeah, so I think I got to a realization of the time I was losing out. I was like, no, I don't think this has to go on for me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tusa. Thank you, our listeners, for joining in, and those that are still with us or those that are still joining. I had mentioned earlier that we would be joined by an awesome being, and she's in the house with us. Woo! Yes, let's welcome Faith Chisashe. Let's first do a happy birthday because today is her birthday. So
hold on.
The sound engineer will lead us.
Now he's not a sound engineer.
Now you're a musician.
This guy has so many clips.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Faith.
Yeah, this is the birthday style
before
that
you
should
walked
maintain.
In, people are talking about when we come of age, we become intentional. So I don't know if this birthday you celebrate is one of those that are
of age.
You're becoming of age. But if you're not becoming of age, you can just chill. But if you're becoming of age, you gotta be intentional. But yeah, Faith, we're happy to have you join us. We are Noah and Hawa, the co-hosts of Youth on the Wheels podcast. And this is Tusa, this is Emanzi, and yourself.
It's an honor. It's an honor. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here.
You're welcome.
And thank you. We will get back to you. We are going to proceed with Emanzi. And basically, we are just discussing the ripple effect. Because August is the Global Wellness Month. And that's why we chose this topic. So the ripple effect is basically the choices we make. How do they affect us as individuals, like the self? Yeah. How do they affect the people in our proximity, family and friends, then the community, the neighborhood, then the world at large? So the ripple effect of it, like, do we think they stop with us? And if I'm wasting my life away or whatever choices I'm making, whether they are serving me or not serving me, are they only beneficial to me? Or are they only affecting me, whether negatively or positively? Or are they also, like, ultimately affecting the last person? Like,
yeah,
you know. Yes, Emanzi.
What are those habits that
So tell us.
You've developed.
That I've developed.
In your sobriety.
All that I've lost.
All that you've lost. Or ones that you don't feel so good about.
I think there's a lot that I've picked up and dropped over time. But for me, I think much of it changed when I was at university. I grew up in the village. I came to Kampala. I came to Kampala by bus. That's how they say. Yeah? I wasn't born here, so I came to Kampala 2014. I think I was in my first year.
That was your first time to come to Kampala?
No, it wasn't my first time. That was my first time to come to stay.
The viewers are going to compute now. Your first year 2014.
First year 2014.
This Ugandan should be this old.
So 2014, 2015, when I came, I consider myself to have been at the highest peak of my spiritual life, I guess, in quotes. In church. It's not like I lost my spiritual life. But in the religious organization I was in, by then, I think to some extent I was even put at a pedestal. Like everyone had big expectations about me, maybe taking over my dad's church or something like that. Yeah, so, but as time went, first of all, I was at university and I was studying music. I felt like studying music, I understand everything. I was seeing life through what I was studying. Like music was anything, I would process it through that lens. Music and then spirituality. So over that time, I met different people who challenged me, and the fact that I've already said I was somewhere here and people already were looking at me to be at a certain I know, right? At a certain level, it kind of made me, I think at that time I was very judgmental and I was very isolated as well. And I lived that life for some time and I didn't like it. And there's a time where I felt tired. I was like, I don't deserve to be treated the way I'm being treated, because I was seeing more other people who are, I think, even better than I was, that no one was paying attention to. And I felt like it's unfair just to assume because I'm a PK that I deserve to be treated a special way. Yeah. So I think
what do you mean by PK?
Preacher's
Pastor's
kid.
kid.
Okay.
Yeah, as a pastor, I'm a pastor's kid. Yeah. So that's where I think I started processing backward. Now my journey is the opposite of Tusa. Tusa left worldly life. Mine was
left.
Although of course I did not like leave church to go into a worldly life, but I would say I'm more independent. There's a way already the general public perceives those words, and I'm saying it in that context. I just wanted an independent life. I felt like everyone wanted me to be what they thought I should be.
And that was affecting your wellness?
Yes, a lot. And I was okay when I was in, but when I started asking about a few questions, some being hinting about unfairness that was in there by leaders, like different levels of unfairness that were in the system, that did not sit well with them. So they chased me away. And it was
that wasn't a choice you made?
I decided that if I can't find answers here and I can't be comfortable, there's no need for me to stay. So I left, and I said, I by then it's like I'd lost everyone basically.
Apart from me, bro.
He's denying you on nothing.
You cannot say.
I'm coming to you, so relax.
You were there.
So I was at a point where I think I was so alone, and the way I was thinking before was in extremes. It is right, it is wrong.
Black
it
and
is
white.
Yes, I was in black and white. And by then I had met Noah, but Noah was my friend and a partner.
It wasn't that deep though.
Yeah, like he was there, just there. And when we started spending more time together, I felt like the people that I was working with became family to me now, because it's like there was a time where I had no family, totally, because everyone had excluded me, and usually that's how extremist religious groups operate. If you don't agree with them, you are excommunicated. Yes. So I was literally excommunicated, and I couldn't talk to my dad. My mom, I could talk to her, but it's sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to bring problems to her, because for her she kept saying, "You're my child, regardless of all these things, you're my child." But my dad, so it was a very crazy time. But now that, of course, brought some habits. I became a very serious workaholic. Like my whole life was basically what I am doing. So I chose to be defined by what I do, not necessarily who I am. So I was lost in work, and like I said before, I'm a visionary. So if I see something, I will go regardless of whatever happened. So I kept moving regardless. So I adopted so many bad habits. Antisocial, of course, if you're overworking, you're obviously antisocial. And I think it was mostly antisocial. But in that antisocial life, because I was reading a lot. My background already had given me like a foundation in reading, because I was taking care of a library, and like I used to read the books in that library. So this time I went in a rabbit hole of reading everything and consuming so much information. However much I was filtering, because I was choosing what I was reading, and I think I was reading really good things. But I got to a point where I realized, I shouldn't just live my life to take in, you know. I need to, because I was consuming all that content, and then I go work, and that was it. That was my life until Noah and Isma and Brenda. Like, there are people who are so close to me that helped me. I think Noah insisted, you need to rest. You know, it was a song he sang for years. And that was not a thing for me. I felt like there was a lot to be done, and I was just alone. And I was always tired. I was always broken. And so Noah would, most of the times, bring me back to reality of rest, then you can work like this. We all started this business. Meanwhile, we didn't even know where we were going, but we were like, we are going anyway. So we've learned a lot of things. But what I'm getting to is one of the habits was being an alcoholic. Secondly is however much you can have a habit that seems to be positive. Like, I was reading, I was watching podcasts, but it was too much information. I think I got, what do they call it? It's information overload. So I actually got like information overload at a certain point. And no one knows. If you met me between 2019, 2020, I think I could pick on you at anything and
just come at you.
Yes. And I could, if we start a conversation about anything, I knew almost everything about anything.
So this guy, he's very like tactical in his approach, and that's because probably he reads a lot, like he knows a lot of things, self-taught. So those days, he would lay like traps for people. In his conversation, he's laying traps.
To get you.
He would like influence you and change your mind without you even getting to that. So like
subconsciously.
Level traps and then keep on asking you questions, and then you leave when you are like delusional yourself. You're like, what? What just happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that time was there.
Yeah, so I had a time like that.
And I think he has now improved. So
there was a time where
he's no longer
It's
doing
more
that.
balanced.
Yeah.
It's
For
right-sized.
the viewer.
there was a time
Yeah, for the viewer.
For the viewer.
yeah, so there was a time where what I knew was right was right for
Should
everyone,
be the right
you know,
thing for everybody.
and that was not a good thing. Yeah, so those are some of the habits that I adopted and have dropped over time. And by dropping them, they dropped because I had a community that was healthy. Because I was in a community previously that I could not express myself. So it's like I want to know so many and I can't ask about any of these things. But I have internet and I have a library of over 1,200 books. I was like...
And you're living in a community with different opinions.
Yes,
also.
and actually the very books that changed my mindset were the
Were the
very
ones in
books
the
in the
library?
library. Yes.
Wow.
So, so I felt like I think I needed to express myself, and that place wasn't there. So when I found people like Noah, Beck, so many people actually that I give credit to, that it's little by little. And sometimes it was being challenged. I was not used to being wrong. So, but like being challenged, and I was like, actually, because the only way you would challenge me is give me a fact. Simple. If there is a fact, hands up. So I got challenged so many times until I was like, actually, there's beauty in not only thinking I can get all this information by myself, because when you lock yourself in a room and watch a podcast, read a book, you feel like you have access to all the information in the world. But the most relevant information is with the people that are closest to you, because they are in the real world, living, experiencing the same things you're experiencing. When you're isolated, you're a bit detached. So I was a bit disconnected with the reality. And it was my friends that brought me back to my real world that I'm in. And it's been steps. I feel right now I'm doing really well. It's been like 3 years now.
Actually, let me give Hawa some credit also, because you don't mention Hawa, but Hawa has been that one person that has really, me personally, for my wellness, she has been consistent in the way she has approached issues like with me. And she's one person that has helped me realign my entire life, my habits. Because she challenges me in a way. She's so self-aware. And the way she approaches is like, Guamanyi. Oh my God. Guamanyi, I've told you. Yeah, but Faith, let's just start by getting to understand what you understand by wellness, not the dictionary meaning, just you as you. What do you understand by wellness, and what are those habits that have impacted your personal wellness?
Thank you. But I'll look at it from a different perspective.
Yes, please.
Yes, it can be personal wellness. But basically, I'll just pose a question. Do you guys believe that also personal wellness is determined by the people or the environment we surround ourselves in?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Because in my own perspective, I just graduated recently. No, that's 2023. It's not some.
Congratulations.
But I was always inside school, home, school, home. So I'm only looking at the people around me, that is family. My mom, my dad, my sister, and maybe some cousins. So I'm just in a shell of, I'm not getting to the outside world. And I don't know how other people behave. So basically, I'm fine, I'm well, I'm okay. But then when you get done with school and get to experience what is outside your home, your
Kuground.
Chidalamu. So that is where my question comes in from. Like, the environment, the people you're surrounding yourself with, they impact. And to me, that is what has happened. At home, I look at everyone, they are okay, they are saints to me. Everyone is good. But when you move out, the world is...
It's showing you shaggy.
It is harsh. You people, it is harsh.
That's like they are
because not
wolves.
everyone is going to... people will smile at you.
Yeah.
People will laugh with you. But behind the smiles, behind the conversations you're holding with those guys, it's different. You know, and this is going to push you because honestly, I was a good girl. I'm still good.
I want to ask, I feel like I have an urge to ask you by whose standards?
By my standards.
By your
standards.
Because
And it's
honestly,
valid, yeah.
It is
I
valid.
kept telling my friends that, can I use Luganda?
Yes. Okay.
I keep telling my friends that boba tonjagaliza chibi, why would I wish you bad?
While
If you're
projecting.
not attacking me, why would I attack you? Like Tebinkwatako, at the end of the day, we just move out of our homes, move out of the houses, and we are looking for ononya chakulia. We are all struggling with our own, having our own issues. So your life doesn't concern me, as long as you're not encroaching on mine. So my wellness, my choices are determined by the people around me. To me, bwompisa obubi. Of course, I remember when I started working, the first person I met, I fell in love with them. It's not a male. I
You're
fell
telling
in
the
love.
males to know that there is a...
Okay, I'm this kind of person who loves someone because of the way they've treated me. You smile at me, hello, you're most welcome. I'll think you're a good person. So that is the first person I encountered.
And you will feel welcome. And
Yes.
feel good.
So when I met this person, I had something I had bought, but I kept it. I didn't use it. It was just there. So I was like, let me give it to this person. They've treated me so nicely. But my dear, wait, down the road, things are different. Okay, this person changed. And then I'm like, so this is how.
All that glitters.
And whatever went on changed my choice. It changed. I was like, so if this person is behaving like this, let me make a choice of cutting them off. Because I don't want to live in a toxic environment. It does not, because when you go to work and things don't turn out well for basically that day, when I go home, I'll just lock myself in. Whether I've eaten or I've not eaten, I don't mind. So I get toxic from my workplace, then I come back home and I'll carry it home. And it affects even my people. Yet, they have a bad day, you. And they don't think about it.
They are getting strength.
So, exactly. So,
there is a word I'm trying to remember. It's not projection. Where you make other
Take it
people
out.
pay for what they've not contributed to. For example, a dad has had a bad day at work and you come back and you're shouting at everyone. Yet you actually have had a bad day. But the people you're actually shouting at
Have no idea.
have no idea.
I've just forgotten the idea. There is a
And
term
you're
for
just
it.
coming back
That's-
and people
that's
are
the
running
ripple
away from
effect.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ripple effect.
You're talking about the ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, my wellness, the choices I make are determined by the people that I'm surrounding myself with.
So, could you share with us just one choice you have made? It could be bad or good, that you see has helped. Like, let's say, when you cut off people that, or maybe
When you cut
I'll
off
call it
toxic
drawing
people.
boundaries, maybe, because sometimes you may not cut off people, especially in a
Yes.
setting like families. Family work is work, so there are
Yes.
people you can't just.
Exactly.
Your scissors won't work. Yeah, your supervisor. So you just know, like, these are my boundaries. I'm just, like, please talk to me between 8 to 5, and then, like, So when you made that choice, how did it relate to your wellness? Like, what did it contribute to in your life that has actually been impactful?
Before, I was not so a confident person, by the way.
Yeah.
But I believe by the constant, I won't term it that with such a heavy word, because it was a heavy word, but with the way people have been treating me, it has built my confidence levels. I was a person who, how you would come to me and tell me, hey, Faith, I need this. And me being a soft person, it would be hard for me to say no.
Yeah.
But now, I can even give you an excuse that has never existed. Because I feel...
It's a firm no.
Yes.
Okay.
Even standing before people, it would be hard. Constructing a sentence before a large crowd, it would be hard. But I believe day by day, my confidence levels they're shooting up.
Okay.
And it is a positive change for me.
Yeah.
I'm getting to socialize with people. I'm an indoor person. Work, home, weekend, I'm sleeping, doing my laundry. But now, I feel I'm getting to interact with the outside world too, which I was previously not doing. Although I'm not letting the outside world also influence me to make another choice, because I come from a born-again family background. I'm having that background in me. So basically, even the people I socialize, I interact with, I keep around myself also matter. But you're not going to basically meet people that are in the same religion with you, same workspace and something like that, but
same value system, basically.
Yes,
your values
you're
may
not going to
conflict
meet.
also.
Exactly. My friends, some drink, I don't drink.
No one is being attacked.
Some drink.
Your experience is your experience.
But I don't let them
influence you.
Yes, they do not influence me too, because I have a faith
and your faith
and a faith. So
you have your way, your faithful way.
Yes,
You have your own way.
They don't influence my choices in that negative way, but yeah.
Okay. Yes, How I want us to take a break, and when we return, I would want to ask our guests how, because she has brought up an important thing, like how community affects your wellness, your personal wellness, and how you also affect community, because it's not a one-way thing. It's two-way.
It's two-way.
So when we come back, our viewers, we'll start right there. Ciao.
Looking for high-quality audio production? Whether you're a podcaster, musician, or filmmaker, Molika Studios brings innovation, creativity, and originality to every project. From professional recording and mixing to top-tier sound design, we ensure clarity and impact in every sound. And now, we're expanding knowledge with Molika Audio School. Learn audio production, sound design, and music composition, all online, anytime, anywhere. Quality, authenticity, excellence. That's Molika Studios. Let's create something original. Visit www.molikastudios.com or contact +256 756 150 993 to book your session today. Molika Studios, illuminating sound.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. We're here discussing wellness and the ripple effect. And just before we went for the break, Faith brought up a very important thing. And she brought up the aspect of community and how it impacts our wellness. And I wanted to pose this because I know it's not a one way, it's a two-way. So I know Faith has showed already how community has influenced some of her decisions and her wellness. Now I want to pose it to Emanzi and Tusa. How do you think you are influencing the wellness of your community?
Environment.
Is there anything you are doing that you feel has rubbed off the environment in any way. It could be good or bad. Yeah, the wellness of your community or environment. I'll start with you, Emanzi.
And vice versa, is your environment or your community like
Kuwanga,
influencing your choices?
I'm part of this environment.
All right. So first of all is the environment I've created around me is a very positive environment. After being tired of negative and toxic environments, the environment that I have around me is very, very driven and positive people, and that I am accountable to. And for me, that's like a very, very big deal. And it's a community that's responsible for me, and I'm also responsible for them. So it's become a community of friends and family. Okay, so we share a lot with each other. We share our problems, we share our personal lives with each other, and we respect the boundaries each person has set, and that creates a very healthy environment, because I know Noah's weaknesses, but I can't use his weaknesses to fight against him. Can't use the same thing against him. He knows my strengths, he knows my weaknesses, and because we have that, he'll support me when I'm weak. I'll support him where he's weak, and we have created this dynamic community that I adore and appreciate, and it's my responsibility to like keep it positive.
I was waiting for but I'm like, how? Yourself, please.
Yeah. So it's been the most comfortable, the biggest thing I'm grateful for, and I think every day I remind myself and God that at least this shouldn't.
But is that what you are like rubbing? Like, is that your contribution? Is that like
is the environment contributing that, or you?
Or you are contributing?
Both of us.
Or you're choosing to stay because
all of us.
Because you adore the community.
Because that you're like, you know what, I've seen worse. So
here we're gonna stay here. No, I don't want us to stay here. We have to keep evolving, getting better. I'm not comfortable with this, actually, no.
Are you going to switch like that?
We have a lot to do. There's a lot to be done, but it's a good community. The thing, why I'm saying the words the way I'm saying them is, this environment does not necessarily depend on one person. Everyone is bringing something to the table.
It's a web.
Yes. So it's a network, a web that I know. I think for the biggest part, I listen more.
You're more audio action.
Yes. So I listen more. I listen to my guys. Every time something is bothering them, they'll come, they'll talk to me. And yeah.
And you didn't tell me.
You want to be a part of the guys. It's a guy thing.
No.
Yeah. So partly my background helps, like that, growing in a preacher's home, you receive so many people, different backgrounds, different cultures, and there are certain things that you learn how to listen and talk to people and accept them for who they are. The only difference was then they have to be part of you for you to accept them. Here it's more open, that there are no more judgmental lines. Yes, because everyone is experiencing life in their own way, and we all face problems that life brings. So it's not like everyone is going to have a spiritual problem, So here it's my responsibility, and I have a bit of training in therapy. Yeah, and so like it kind of helps to know even sometimes how to talk to them, and respectfully keeping that. So it's one contribution that I bring to the group.
What's
And
been
also
the ripple effect?
And also making sure everyone is happy. If I don't say that,
You're in charge of happiness.
no is going to punch me. Yeah, so being like this, I honestly believe that being, first of all, a founder of the Molika Studios, it's my responsibility, and especially in the early days, to set a foundation that I wanted people that we were going to stick together for long. I did not just want shallow things. So I'm deep myself, and I allow myself to be deep with my friends.
How? What?
Sorry.
Let our guest speak.
You want to measure?
No.
You want to bring a tape measure?
Leave me alone.
That tool is used to measure depth and length.
Engineers have
Yes. Yeah, anyway, so, and if you're allowed, you can use this.
It's okay. I believe you are. You're a deep. I wanted a deep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wanted a deep environment, but to create that environment, I have to become that. It's my responsibility. When I'm wrong and stubborn, regardless, Noah will correct me, and I have that respect for him. And because I'm like that, we all do it to each other. There's nothing that Noah can do to me that I can't do to him or for him. Isma, Hawa, everyone, I believe.
Just even you see what you've done.
Yeah, I've given you a measure. You wanted to measure. Yeah, so anyway, but that's the...
So basically what you've done is become the person
you want to receive.
I think that's how it's supposed to be. If you can't become the world you want to see, there's no way you will ever see that world.
And then, like, I know in our circumstances, it is working. But I also know that in some circumstances, you will become the person who you think you want to receive, and the other party won't reciprocate that. Like, they will stare themselves to you. Like, what do you do in that case?
I think that is who they are. If you know that if I've done something to you and you don't I shouldn't do it because I expect you to reciprocate. I should do it because I want to do it. If I have so much expectations, then I'm projecting a Noah that is not there, and I'll be the one who will be disappointed. So I would rather allow you to be, and I know this one, when what? He cannot bring back, And that's it. That's earlier alone. If I know that, it's going to create an environment where I know that's a boundary. I can give you up to now, because I know you don't give me back. If I give you up to this level, it won't hurt me. So that's where I stop. Beyond here, haven't I given you? Yes. Okay, that's enough. So that's, for me, that's how I look at it.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe to our podcast, share with a friend, and follow us on social media to stay updated on new episodes and behind-the-scenes insights. Until next time, keep the wheels turning and the conversations flowing.